how smart are these ants? Like, they're just regular ants, right?
They're ants, but they're working together. Like, whatever instinct is in them that tells them we are enemy, attack enemy.
And when he says overthrow the U.S. government, you could cause a significant amount of damage. I don't know what you're installing once you...
I think they're probably enacting massive subsidies for high fructose corn syrup.
I think the better question is how many people could 20 quadrillion ants kill?
Welcome back to Nanodosing. It is Tuesday. It's November 25th, and today's episode is brought to you by Game Time. College football is in full swing. You got tailgates, cheering crowds, the excitement of being in the stands before kickoff. All that's going down right now. The season's winding down. You want to make it out to a game, and if you've ever found yourself at a tailgate and decided that you want tickets at the last minute, that's where Game Time comes in. The app gives the advantage back to the fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in just a few taps. It's very easy to use. The Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time at the best price, and the fees are always included, so what you see is what you pay. Big T's got a game up right now for college football this weekend. What game is that, Big T?
I pulled up the Egg Bowl on Friday afternoon.
Okay.
Ole Miss potentially needing to win to get into the playoff if maybe their coach leaves and then the committee tries to keep them out even at 10-2. $99, one of the zone deals. You can get into the game in Starkville for Ole Miss, Mississippi State with massive implications.
Massive implications. Who do you like in that game?
I mean, gun to your head, you take Ole Miss, but I think that it depends what level of distraction is in that locker room.
I'd say a significant level of distraction, potentially.
Yeah.
Unless he makes a big announcement. I'm not fucking leaving.
I don't think anyone knows what he's doing.
Nobody knows. Lane might not even know. But if you're going to get tickets for the game, use Game Time, download the app, use code MACRO, get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Create an account, redeem code MACRO, M-A-C-R-O, $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. All right, we're back. It is Tuesday, November 25th, and it's myself, Big T, Uncle Chaps on the mic, and we got Mad Dog and Mackenzie. Arian is on Thanksgiving break. He gets a Thanksgiving break.
Didn't know we were doing a show today.
Yeah, he's getting a Thanksgiving break today. It's okay. Family comes first. He's thinking about getting a dog. It's taking up a lot of his emotional energy right now. And Chaps has been guiding him through the process, and it's a very cute dog, and I'm excited for Arian. So thank you for pointing him in the right direction, Chaps.
Yeah, I was just glad he didn't get a Belgian Malinois.
That I tried in the most polite way to say that would be a disaster of an idea.
For a guy that's on the record as not being a huge dog guy,
yeah.
There is no more dog than Belgian Malinois. It is like the dog.
It is the most dog. Yeah, you have to be have a lot of land, be super active, hands-on as a trainer.
I mean,
probably not your first dog.
No, like everything, even dog handlers, there'd be Malinois that'd be like, no, you can't. You're not doing well enough to have that dog.
Yeah.
Like everything that you want in a dog, they are that dog, but everything that's bad about being a dog owner is that dog too.
Yeah. Might be a little too much dog for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's dial it back. But yeah, we're zoned in on a Rhodesian Ridgeback, and it's adorable. Big T, we talked about it a second ago. The Lane Kiffin stuff. I am enthralled with his journey that he's on right now, because he seems like he's not just making up his mind about where he wants to coach next season, but also he's fucking with everybody out there and all their techniques of tracking coaching searches, like tracking planes. He's taken off from Oxford, and he's flying a plane that's angled towards Baton Rouge, but then he veers it off towards Gainesville, then he veers it towards Baton Rouge.
You saw
again.
What that plane was, right?
What plane was that?
No, that wasn't Lane. It was someone picking up a dog.
Oh, okay. No, I did not see that.
It was, I forget the exact route, but it hit all three cities, which I still don't understand how you would need to go to 3 cities to get a dog. It seems like you'd only need 2.
Yeah.
But it was, I think, going from Oxford to Gainesville, then it went to Baton Rouge, and then back to Oxford or something, but it was someone getting a dog.
Okay.
I forget all the details. I'll try to find it for you.
But yeah, Lane's having fun with it. He's messing with everybody. Who knows what he's going to end up doing? I've changed my mind. I think he's going to leave now. I didn't think he was going to leave last week.
Yeah, I think so too.
There's a lot of smoke.
Well, the Ole Miss athletic department announced that there would be an announcement after the Egg Bowl, which seems like if he was staying, you could just make that announcement then.
Mm-hmm.
But he might not still know. I have no idea. He has 3 virtually identical offers on the table. It sounds like $13-14 million a year with a significant number committed to the roster.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of now Florida no state income tax, if that plays into your decision.
That is true. Then the AD at Ole Miss said that they've had several pointed conversations, which seems like a statement that the athletic department would put out if it was more likely that he was not going to return. Like if they had pointed, tough conversations and Lane was like, I'm coming back, I think your statement is just like, we've been in constant communication with Lane Kiffin.
Or he's coming back.
Or he's coming back, yeah. I don't think that you would go out of your way to pound your chest and say like, hey, I've kind of been a dickhead to him too, and I'm trying to get down to brass tacks. I don't think that you'd feel the need to clarify that.
And I've been where Florida's at right now. They're a downtrodden football program right now. LSU is probably has more upward mobility in the immediate future, but you get used to, like, Tennessee's been very successful over the last several years, for which I'm extremely grateful to Josh Heupel. But when you see a coaching search like this and you see the message boards and the flight tracking and the Zillow tracking, it gets something going in you that you're like, man, give me a defensive coordinator search or something, give me something. I don't want Heupel to leave, but
this is our version of true crime.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the groomers of 2017, the 2020 coaching search where we thought James Franklin was maybe meeting somebody at the Teterboro airport, so I took the train out there and staked out that plane. Like, it's just the SEC coaching search is why we do it.
Yeah. It's the groomers were so funny because they had pictures of him like in a Hooters.
Calhoun's on the river.
I thought it was a Hooters.
I believe it was Calhoun's. That was a big thing, was that someone spotted Gruden at Calhoun's.
Yeah, that was close.
I asked him about it the first time I met him. He still didn't give me a direct answer.
I think it was about to happen. But yeah, it's been crazy with Lane, and who knows? My prediction is he goes to LSU. That's what I think.
I think that is the most likely as well.
Now the real wild card is Penn State, because Penn State,
he's not going to Penn State.
No, not with Lane. I'm saying in the coaching search.
Like I've heard they're getting desperate.
So they apparently were talking with Elko.
I've heard that,
which is crazy. Like, Elko is having an incredible season right now at Texas A&M.
He's a Pennsylvania guy, right?
Yeah, but I mean, he's new there. He's dominating. He's been a great coach. They love him. I'm assuming they paid him a shitload of money.
It's from New Jersey.
Why would he leave after such a short amount of time?
Easier to get to the playoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, that's kind of crazy. Like, that'd be a massive step back for A&M if they lose their new coach who's getting you to the playoff.
Yeah, but he
potentially
re-signed
with a bye.
They kept him.
And then there's been a lot of rumors going on about DeBoer. You told me I was insane for DeBoer to Penn State. I said I wasn't saying it's going to happen, but I could see why.
He's not going to Penn State, but if they lose this week, I think he might be looking for a different job somewhere else.
Or where?
I don't know. I think he might seek one out.
That sounded pointed to me.
It's not. There is one I have in mind, but I think he will seek employment elsewhere of his own volition if they lose this week.
Okay. All right. So now,
because that play's going to turn on him.
Yep.
If they lose to Auburn, go 9-3 for a second straight year, they're going to be mad.
Yep. And then it's looking more and more like Bob Chesney is on the short list at Penn State. Tracked a jet that went from Happy Valley to Shenandoah Regional Airport last week.
How many planes are you tracking these days?
I'm not. I've got 4 guys that track planes for me. That provide updates for me. Yeah.
Is this like your third graders?
No, I've got 4 guys that track planes for me.
Zach, Pug.
Yeah. No, I actually should teach Zach how to track planes. But no, there was a flight that left from Happy Valley, went to the airport that's right next to JMU, Shenandoah Regional, which is a very small airport, and it was a private jet, and it was there, landed at 5, left at 9. So my guess is they had a dinner meeting, which is, I believe, their second face-to-face meeting. So I'm guessing he's on the short list, if not penciled in as the guy there, which is simultaneously really shitty, but also I guess I could talk myself into it being potentially a good thing.
I mean, y'all can just find another one.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if Chesney takes the Penn State job, Cignetti took the Indiana job, and he's in contention for a national title, I feel like that cements JMU as being the best school that you want to coach at if you want to take that next step and get paid, right?
Yeah.
Like, any up-and-coming coach should want the JMU job.
I don't know who the top FCS guy is right now, but
Yeah, the problem is we just got to keep like making the right hires and reloading. And it's tough. It's tough. They're asking me for money now. Because you guys asked me who the Larry Ellison was of JMU. We don't really have that many wealthy donors, so I would just wish that JMU was easier to get to.
But don't you want to, like, there's an amount of money that I, assuming is well within your range of affordability, that you could, like, help make decisions. Like, you could have input.
That's what I don't understand, though, about college boosters. Is like you pay money to be like a cosplay partial minority owner.
No. See, that's where you're misunderstanding. You're paying to be an actual decision maker.
PFT Bone Hick.
Here's the thing, though. I should not make these decisions.
That's why college football is so great.
Yeah,
None
of these people should.
No, but I feel like I'm self-aware enough to know that, like, I should not be making the choices.
Yeah, but you're in a better position. You pay way more attention to football than a vast majority of these people who are making these kind of decisions.
Yeah, but I'm still a fucking idiot. Like, I don't know at the end of the day. I would hurt the program if I was like, you know who I really like is this guy coming out of Kennesaw State, the defensive coordinator at Kennesaw State. We should hire him.
Kennesaw State's head coach is actually a good coach.
Jamarcus Russell went number 1. I don't think there's a single person in the world that knows shit about football. Like, it just kind of happenstance.
Yeah, that's probably true. I just know that I would screw it up. So I'd be paying money to not own a team, to not really get that much in return.
Well, you can choose to not give your input.
And then I become accountable.
But then you're kind of a cuck. If you're just giving them money, you're like, I don't need anything.
You should be the Jerry Jones of JMU.
Okay, here's what I would like.
General manager, like Andrew Luck.
What if I gave them money, and then if the people that were in charge of making the choices screwed things up, then I could pick up a phone and be like, you got to fire this guy.
Mm-hmm.
That happens all the time.
And then they're like, okay, sir, who do you think should be our next head coach? And I'd be like, listen, that's not my job.
That's how most college football programs are run.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like that attractive to me to pay a bunch of money to not really have anything except for influence.
Because here's how it works. Then they're like, okay, well, who are we hiring? And they say they set their sights. Let's say Jerry Mack, the head coach at Kennesaw State, who is actually a good football coach. And you're like, I'm not really feeling Jerry Mack. And if you want the money, you're going to need to hire him. You're only getting that money from me if you hire XYZ.
Big T.
Yeah.
Big T,
yeah. You want Big T in there.
Uh-huh.
And so that's the only way they get your money.
Then I start installing my puppets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they run plays and they design the offense around what I tell them to do.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually how some of this works.
This is how a lot of it works.
Yes.
Yes, this is how a lot of college football works right now.
Which is why it's awesome.
You should give NIL money for somebody that knows how to do a drop kick.
I like that. Bring back the drop kick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it in the course of live play. Like,
yeah,
you could snap it to the quarterback and he could just drop kick it if you wanted. People's heads would explode if
they would.
happened.
Have you watched Tennessee's ambidextrous punter?
I have not.
You should check him out this week.
Why is that necessary to have?
So he can roll out either way and do like a rugby kick.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. If you're a right-footed punter, you probably couldn't roll out to your left and punt.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check him out. Is he from Australia?
He is.
Yeah.
I think he's like my age.
I love that. I love that Australian punters are such a big thing in college football. Chaps, congratulations on your Jaguars.
Oh God.
Are they good?
No.
They're 7-4, right?
It doesn't matter. Like that. They are so. I was thinking about it last night. There's been years past where, we 1-15, 2-14, that didn't drive me as batty as this year because it's like the ultimate Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Like for Trevor Lawrence, they're winning games in spite of him right now, which I never would have thought would happen. The wide receiver core is like everybody's injured across the board. So like getting anyone's is crazy that they're doing it right now. I didn't enjoy a single second of the entire game yesterday, and they won in overtime.
Yeah.
Even when they won in overtime, I was like, that should have been pass interference on the one. Like,
Yeah.
every single moment of that game is miserable.
So is there anything to be said for Trevor letting it rip?
That part of his presser after made me even more mad because his interceptions aren't letting him rip. His interception was, I made the wrong read on a 6-yard slant route that got picked off by the linebacker. That's not exactly letting it rip.
He's letting it rip though. But
if it was a deep like post and he's going for it in double coverage and trying to put it in there and that gets picked, totally different than I can't make this read and this throw.
Yeah, I think that the let it rip stuff, I slightly believe in it because I think that Trevor plays better when he doesn't think.
Yes, I think the biggest mistake that I think the Jags are making with him right now is that they're getting to the line with 11 seconds left on the play clock, and then he's trying to make his reads quickly, and I don't think he does that well.
Yeah.
I wish that they would go to way more no huddle. Like the ends of the games, like the end of the 2-quarter, 4-minute drill, he plays so much better than he does whenever they go to the huddle, slow play clock, coming in. I wish they would go to a hurry up more with him.
Yeah, because Trevor he's very athletic, but you forget that he's very athletic sometimes because when he thinks too much, he kind of gets into robot mode.
Yes.
And he becomes very mechanical and labored and awkward and clunky. But when he's like panicked, for example, sometimes you'll see Trevor do incredible shit when he's panicked because he's not thinking about anything. He's just like, oh my God, I gotta get rid of the ball. I gotta scramble for a first down. I gotta dive. That's when I think Trevor's at his best. And I've seen a little bit, like, you know, some of that stuff out of him the last couple weeks. I agree. I don't think that the Jaguars are very good, but the record is.
Yeah, you're 7-4.
You're 7-4. It's a great number to see next to your team name.
And realistically, they should be better than that.
Yeah.
Because they obviously blew that game in Houston.
Yep. And you control your own destiny,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you still play the Colts twice.
Colts twice, Titans twice, Jets once.
Yeah.
So we got like 3 should be pretty penciled in wins with the Jets and the Titans. But that's the thing. If they went out next week and beat the Titans 50-0, I wouldn't be surprised. And if we got beat 49-25, I wouldn't be surprised.
I would be surprised if the Titans scored 49 points.
I would not.
How are they going to score 49?
Trevor's going to throw a bunch of picks.
Okay, yeah, like 4 pick sixes.
Yeah, well, not even. Like he fumbles, like just yesterday, 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
Like that stat that it was the first time that there's a +4 score differential, and that win was us against Arizona.
Yeah.
That's.
You got me in trouble, by the way, yesterday, chaps. You got me in hot water on part of my take.
How?
Because I read your stat about how the Jaguars are 3-0 on the West Coast this year, and they're 4-16 lifetime going into this year on the West Coast. And then that got into a big argument about whether or not Arizona was the West Coast.
Yeah.
You consider it?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I think anything that. I would consider Arizona to be a West Coast NFL game. Yeah, what divisions are they in?
Yeah, it's true. They are in the NFC West.
Yeah.
But that devolved into a conversation about what time zone Arizona was in. And sometimes it's Pacific time. But as of right now, it's currently in Mountain time.
So we're saying the only West Coast teams in the entire NFL are the 2 LA teams and Seattle?
I think so. I think that's what.
And 49ers?
I think that's what Big Cat and Hank were saying, yeah.
That's a terrible argument.
I would say Vegas counts too.
Yeah, I would say Vegas counts.
Vegas counts too. Oh, and speaking of Vegas, congratulations, Mad Dog. Do you have a quarterback? Shador?
I'm not saying anything. Like, I can't get ahead of myself.
The stupidest debate that they're pretending to have right now is whether or not Shador is going to start in the next game. It's the stupidest debate ever. If you're the Browns and
why wouldn't
you? Who would it be? Gabriel again?
Maybe
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
You've never had a quarterback. Your last 17 quarterbacks until
lost their
Shador
debut.
lost their debut. Shador wins his debut. At the very, very least, you have to let him keep playing until he loses. Yeah. At minimum.
I also, and again, I'm not Kevin Stefanski. I'm not an NFL coach. We have nothing to lose. We suck already. Like, let the guy go. Like, let Shador go. We play the 49ers at home. Like, we're probably going to lose on Sunday. But let the guy run.
You never know. You could beat the Niners. Wait, the Niners Well, they played tonight, right?
You would know more.
They
than
play
me.
against the Panthers tonight.
Okay.
The 49ers.
Short week, Thanksgiving.
The 49ers alternate winning and losing every other week. Since like week 2.
Really?
They've just gone
okay, so I need them
win,
to
loss,
lose
win, loss, win,
against
loss.
the Panthers.
Okay, here's the Niners' schedule. All right, they won week 1. They won week 2. Then they won week 3. Lost week 4, won 5, lost 6, won 7, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
And so
what was their last game?
So they beat the Cardinals last week.
So
that means they're going to lose
today.
They're going to lose tonight to the Panthers.
Oh, but then that means they're going to win.
That means they're going to beat the Browns.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
And that's okay. Like I'm not looking for a winning season to come out of this, obviously. Like our bet has been made. But Dylan Gabriel, I think, is so unfortunately not good at being an NFL quarterback from what I've seen. Let Shedeur throw up the watch. Let him do it. Like, people were talking online yesterday of, like, Kevin Stefanski's going to go straight back to Dylan Gabriel. I don't understand why, though. They're both rookies. If Shedeur is going to win us a game, why not just keep going for a little bit?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
I agree.
And that's like kind of a genuine question. Like, why would you put Dylan Gabriel back in after Shedeur had pretty much, I guess you could say, a better performance than Dylan Gabriel's had over these past couple weeks?
You shouldn't. You shouldn't
Right.
at all. I think the only way that you take Shedeur out is if he loses. And even still, I think they should probably let him take a shot at it and just see what you got.
Yeah,
I could see maybe if he went out there, if he like lit up the Raiders, let's say he had
Shedeur.
Yeah, if he had like 400 yards passing, 4 touchdowns,
Whoa.
no interceptions.
Whoa.
I think the only reason you would bench him after that is if you're like, now we can get like a first round pick for Shedeur.
Yeah, you're like, you have this little window of performance.
The Matt Flynn treatment.
The Matt Flynn, yeah. But I also, if you're the Browns, I don't think that you would let that quarterback go anywhere else unless you bring back Deshaun. Which
Yeah.
he was there.
I mean, obviously, we're really good at quarterback management. Like, obviously, that's one of our strengths of a team.
I'm glad that Deshaun made the trip to Vegas.
Did he actually? I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. Like, whatever.
Coaching up Sanders on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Like, the Raiders are bad. So it's not, when we beat the Packers earlier in the season, you're like, you kind of look at that and you're like, wait, do we have something? But the Browns love to beat one really good team a year.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders are a bad team.
Yes.
No offense to the
They
Raiders. So are we. So winning against the Raiders, although it's great, someone has to win those types of games. It's not like, oh, I think Shedeur is the guy. But
Yeah.
it's better than losing against the Raiders.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a fun thing.
It is a fun thing. Nobody got hurt.
Nobody got hurt.
Yeah.
It's a fun thing to say the last 17 quarterbacks have lost, or, they've lost their debut. That's a fun stat. Obviously, it's the Sanders of it all, the Sanders family of it all.
And Myles Garrett looked really good.
Myles Garrett is having the best season possibly ever.
He should get MVP consideration.
So the hard part about that, though, is like we still suck.
Yeah.
So then there's that. But
I feel like with the offense that the Browns have, the fact that he's accomplishing all this on defense is even more impressive.
Right. I wish that the MVP was less about how he is very valuable to our team because our defense is actually very good in large part due to him. Unfortunately, we are still a very bad team. I wish it was like you are the best player. It doesn't matter how valuable you are to the team.
Yeah, you
are just the best player because I think that's Myles Garrett right now.
Unfortunately, he's not a quarterback or a running back.
Yeah.
And so it always goes to one of I think the last time that it didn't go to either one of those positions might have been Lawrence Taylor.
Oh,
and that's the last time it went to a defensive player.
Yeah. He's just
And Garrett
so
might have
good.
he might have better stats this year than LT did.
Is he not on pace to beat the
He's on pace.
single season sack record?
He's on pace to crush the sack record right now. And yeah, I think LT did it in 16 games. Myles is going to have 17.
Right.
But yeah, LT had a great season that year, and obviously the Giants were a good team, but
so the single season sack record is held between Michael Strahan and TJ Watt.
Yep.
With 22.5.
Yep. He's at 18.
Yeah, he's 5 sacks away. Or actually, wait. How many sacks did he have yesterday?
He had 3, I think.
Okay, so he's 2 away.
No, I think he's...
No, he's 5 away
he's
now.
5, yeah.
Sorry. He broke the Browns single season sack record yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love it.
He might get that in the next 2 games at the pace he's on.
Yeah, I mean, we play the 49ers, and then we play the Titans.
Oh, yeah.
Those are 2 very sackable quarterbacks.
Cam Ward has something brutal coming to him.
Yeah.
Is he still playing?
Mm-hmm.
He is, yeah.
Cam Ward has something brutal coming
The
towards
Jaguars.
That's right. Jags coming. Jags coming. Let's see. Well, it's Thanksgiving week. Happy Thanksgiving to all who celebrate.
Before you do anything else, I have very important news.
Okay.
Have you seen what Trump's latest penchant is? He's pitching something that he desperately wants. Have you seen what this is?
He's pitching something new?
He wants something to be... He wants a sequel of a movie to be made.
No, I've not seen this.
Trump appears to want to revive the raucous comedies and action movies of the late 1980s and 90s. He's passionate, for instance, about the 1988 Jean-Claude Van Damme sports flick Bloodsport. A person directly familiar with the conversations told Semaphore that the President of the United States has personally pressed the Paramount owner to revive another franchise from Ratner, Rush Hour, a buddy cop comedy starring Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker that blended physical comedy, martial arts, and gags about racial stereotype. So apparently... This guy, the guy who directed Rush Hour, directed a new documentary that's coming out about Melania. Okay. And so Trump has this guy's ear, and he's pushing Paramount hard to make a new Rush Hour.
So wait, the guy who made the documentary, what relation does he have to Rush Hour?
He directed Rush Hour.
Oh, it's the same guy.
Yeah,
so
David Ratner.
I mean, okay. Trump could just make Bloodsport.
Or Brett Ratner, excuse me.
If he didn't want to, like, if the movie's not going to get greenlit, instead of the whole UFC fight, he could just sanction like an international martial arts tournament.
Oh, yeah.
No, he doesn't want Bloodsport. He wants a new Rush Hour.
But I thought you said he was pitching Bloodsport too.
No, it said he, for instance, likes Bloodsport, but the movie he wants is a new Rush Hour.
Okay. Does he know about Chris Tucker and being on the Epstein jet?
I don't know about that, so...
Yeah.
I don't know that if he does.
Might be where they met.
Could be.
Chris Tucker was an Epstein guy?
I believe so. Let me double check.
Allegedly?
So I'm not slandering Chris Tucker. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure. I don't think I would make that up. They took a trip. Yeah, he took a trip with Epstein in 2002 on Epstein's private jet with Bill Clinton and Kevin Spacey.
What a crew.
What a
great
squad
group to be on.
What a squad.
To say that I'm not doing anything bad.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff happened on that trip. I'm just allegedly per me. I would not think that was just a sightseeing trip. But yeah,
that's the only person I think I've ever met that's on the Epstein list.
You've met Chris Tucker?
Yeah, it was at President Obama's inauguration ball.
Oh, crazy!
Yeah.
What was he like?
Nice. He's just a regular old dude.
He's a very funny actor.
Yeah,
the Rush Hour movies are pretty good. Although I gotta say, it's probably been like 15 years since I've watched one. But I remember when I was like 14 years old, Rush Hour, that hit hard. It's very funny.
Oh yeah.
We'll get back to macrodosing in a second. It's brought to you by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change, days grow darker sooner. It can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp is encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, remind the people in your life that you're there. Just as it can take a little courage to send that message or grab coffee with someone you haven't seen in a while, reaching out for therapy can feel difficult too, but it's worth it. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is one of the world's largest online therapy platforms, having served over 5 million people globally. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easy to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/dose. That's betterhelp.com/dose. And now more macrodosing. But yeah, it is Thanksgiving week. Hope everybody has a happy, safe, healthy Thanksgiving filled with delicious food and no family arguments. I'm pumped. deep frying a turkey. I know there's a lot of anti-turkey people out there. Let me just tell you, you are the real turkey if you're anti-turkey.
That's exactly right.
Good one.
Because you're just telling on yourself for not knowing how to cook a turkey correctly. Now, is a turkey, if I had a gun to my head and I have a choice between turkey and duck, I'm probably going duck. I would prefer duck to turkey overall. But if you fry a turkey or if you know how to prepare it, turkey can be a very delicious food, and I'm very excited about it. So all the anti-turkey propaganda floating around this time of year, you can keep that to yourselves.
Have you fried before?
I've fried multiple times.
No incidents?
No incidents. You have to be really dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And I might be old takes exposing myself if something happens to my house. You have to be so dumb to start a fire while you're deep frying a turkey.
People don't account for the displacement.
You got to test the displacement. You got to know what size bird you're working with. You got to defrost your bird and have absolutely no water inside the turkey, none of the frozen water in there, because if there's any sort of frozen water in there, it expands when it hits the hot oil, and then it causes little bursts and pops, and then the oil boils over. You have to lower the turkey in slowly. You should do it outside. And yeah, you gotta test how much oil you have as opposed to how big the turkey is.
Have you ever seen the infrared ones?
Yeah, I have.
Those are awesome.
Those look really cool.
What is that?
It's like it basically is the fryer, but it's infrared around, kind of like almost like an air fryer, essentially a big air fryer that you put it in. I had one in Texas, but don't have room up here, so I had to get rid of it, but it was awesome. It locks in immediately all the juices, so it's perfectly moist all the way through. Great.
Mm-hmm. You will never have a moister turkey in your life than if you deep fry it correctly. The skin's salty. You can even inject it with stuff.
Now, here's what I wonder when I see these videos. Do you have just a giant deep fryer that you own?
Yeah, it's like a big metal
right
fryer
burner.
thing. Yeah, it's like a burner.
Did you buy it for turkeys, or why do you have it?
Explicitly for turkeys.
But you can also use it for low country boils, those kind of things.
Yeah.
We're actually, me and White Sox Dave and Megan, we're talking about during the winter having Stews Day, different types of stew that we make every Tuesday for the office.
I like that. I'm in.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. But yeah, you can use the pot for, like Chap said, low country boil, any seafood boil like crawfish, things like that. I don't really get that much mileage out of it besides turkey, but it's worth it to have it just for a turkey. I think this will be my, I want to say 20th, or right around 20th turkey that I fried.
Wow. That's a lot of
you
turkeys.
started early.
19-0. Yeah, my dad and I used to do it every year. That would be our job. We go stand in the carport and lower it in. And it's really easy to do if you're not an idiot.
That's a lot of turkeys. I didn't know you had that many reps under your belt.
A lot of turkeys. And then when I was in Austin for a while, we used to, around Thanksgiving, we'd have rugby games every Saturday. So the day after Thanksgiving, we would go to the grocery store. We'd hit up H-E-B, and turkeys are on sale after Thanksgiving. So we just buy a ton of cheap-ass turkeys.
Yes,
and
dude.
then bring them up to the field after the game was over, deep fry 5 or 6 of them, and feed everybody. And it's easy to do if you know what you're doing. I did see a video one time with Alton Brown from Food Network,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Let's see what happens if you do everything wrong when you deep fry turkey." So he took it right out of the freezer.
Oh
he had the oil bubbling super high. It was filled to the top, and then he rigged a contraption on a ladder that suspended the turkey above it, and then just dropped it, released it, and it went off. It went off like a bomb. It was like a bomb, a bird bomb that exploded. But yeah, try deep frying your turkey. Just follow the rules. You'll be fine. And everybody's going to be like, God damn, this is the best turkey I've ever had in my life. I didn't know turkey could taste like this.
I still think smoking it is the way to go.
Smoking, it's a very, very good way to
That used to be my favorite to do. Because I had a big offset smoker that I would do it on. So good.
That takes a lot of prep, right?
Not really. You do the injections, obviously, for that one, like a garlic injection. And then, for me, this is the way I would do it when I smoked it. I would cover the entire outside after I did the injections on the inside. I would cover the outside completely in mustard, and then use that as the binding agent for all the dry seasonings. Yeah. And I would put that into the smoker on each side of the offset, I would have apple juice on one side and cranberry juice on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So then that would create like a steam of apple juice and cranberry on there.
That
So it
sounds
would
good.
give it a nice little, kind of almost like a burgundy crust on the outside.
Yeah.
And then so that would lock in everything. Like the mustard does a really good job of also making a moisture barrier where things don't get out. It was so good, dude. And cooking it, like, I don't think it needs to go 225 for turkey. Like 275 is perfect.
What kind of mustard are we talking about?
Just regular yellow.
Regular yellow?
I would use that primarily for most binding for any barbecue. Like if I did brisket or if I did anything, I would use mustard. Because by the time you're done, the flavor of the mustard is kind of gone, but it does add a little bit of vinegar to it. But yeah, I think mustard is the best binding agent for anything barbecue related.
I'm a big mustard guy, just in general.
And then Texas live oak is the wood you have to go
That's
with.
the wood. You can't go mesquite.
No, mesquite and hickory for poultry is just way too overpowering. You want to have something lighter like a live oak. That's why like Lockhart's and Smith's and Blacks, like they all use Texas live oak.
Yeah, smoked turkey sounds delicious.
Or applewood and peachwood if you can get it. Like Fredericksburg, Texas, you can go up there and get peachwood from time to time. Dry out that peachwood and put that in there for any type of poultry or
Does
like
that add
ham.
flavor?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like so if you can get your hands on, if you wanted to do like a brighter turkey that's smoked, you can get pear, peach, and applewood and use that as like the primary wood smoke that you're going to use.
Yeah.
Fucking delicious.
That's awesome. I can't wait for Thanksgiving. Do you guys want to do a quick Thanksgiving draft?
Yeah.
Everybody, you draft your plate.
Okay.
All right.
Are we going?
Mad Dog McKenzie, you guys are playing too. I'm gonna open up a doc so I can keep track of what's been picked and what hasn't.
So
Okay.
it's a draft. So we're not just making our perfect.
It's
plate,
a
we're
draft.
drafting,
Yeah.
right?
So you have to be strategic,
Okay.
and you're gonna miss out on some stuff that you want because other people are gonna take it.
Okay.
All right. Who wants to go first?
Do it like the Mackenzie, why don't you put a finger behind your back? Yeah.
Well,
Or
wait,
anywhere through
4.
5. Yeah, 4 or 5. Yeah. You go, Eric.
3.
Yeah.
Did I get it?
Yeah.
Nice.
You really did.
Okay.
No, we don't need to do all that. Just pick an order.
Okay. We're gonna go Big T. He's gonna go
You
first.
gave me the worst spot.
First?
Yeah.
That's the worst spot?
Well, it's a snake.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's
a
gotta
snake.
be
It's fine.
snake.
It's fine. I'll go first.
Okay. I didn't think you were going to complain. We'll go Big T, McKenzie, Mad Dog, me.
Nah, I'm last.
Oh, no. Big T, McKenzie, Mad Dog, Chaps, me.
Okay.
Can I get this at the end of the second? You know what? I'm going with my heart. Pumpkin pie.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm.
Oh, is this dessert and dinner?
Oh, yeah.
You can put whatever
It's
you want in
anything.
there.
Interesting.
Pumpkin pie 1-1.
I don't know that it's well. I've got 19 picks till my next one. I don't know that it's going to be there.
That's shocking.
Oh, me? I feel like I have to say turkey.
Good pick.
You do not.
That's what I'm picking.
You like turkey? Big turkey fan, or are you just taking because you felt like you had to?
No, I love turkey.
Okay.
Interesting. Mashed potatoes.
Good
Yeah,
pick.
that's my second.
Great pick. All right, Chaps.
I'm going to go with beef tenderloin.
Interesting.
Beef tenderloin, huh?
Mhm.
So are we going off the? So you can just say anything.
You can say whatever you want, yeah. But this is your Thanksgiving plate.
Okay.
Chaps, talk to me about the beef choice.
I like it more than turkey. Like I feel like all the things that are great, like the side dishes that go along with Thanksgiving, I
Yeah.
think with beef, like potatoes, mashed potatoes and beef is better than mashed potatoes and turkey together. And you have like scallop potatoes if you're going to do that. I just feel like beef is a better match for what you're eating that day comparatively to turkey.
Okay. I'm going to go with, I'm going to take stuffing
Okay.
or dressing, depending on what part of the country you're in. Love stuffing. Stuffing should be a year-round food. And then my second pick, I'm going to take mac and cheese. Mac and
I was hoping that would last a little longer.
some people don't do mac and cheese for Thanksgiving. To those people, I say give it a shot. Expand your horizons a little bit.
Next up, me again?
Yep.
Scalloped potatoes.
Ooh.
Scalloped potatoes are, I feel like scalloped potatoes don't get eaten nearly enough. Oh, wow.
They're delicious. A little au gratin.
Mm-hmm.
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 I'm gonna take a roll. Damn it.
That's a good pick.
That's actually not. I was hoping that would be there as well.
That's a great pick.
I'm gonna take corn.
What kind of corn are we talking about?
Not on the cob.
Okay.
Loose corn.
Just loose corn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Loose corn.
Is this back to me?
Yep.
Loose corn.
Honey baked ham.
Good pick.
Some people would say that's for pores.
I don't agree.
That's like a Christmas sometimes for me.
Some would say turkeys for pores.
They would. They'd be
Mhm.
wrong, but they would say it.
So now
I
I
have
go,
heard that.
I go again.
I've heard people say that's for pores.
Sweet potato casserole.
Damn
Great pick.
Mm-hmm.
Great pick, Big T.
Yeah, that was a strong 2 right there.
You got, you know what? You've got a beautiful plate.
Yeah.
You've got orange, red, pink, orange. I like it.
How do you like your sweet potato casserole? What's in it for you?
Whatever. I don't know.
Do you do the
However it comes.
marshmallows?
Sometimes I've had it
Pecans.
both ways.
Pecans.
Yeah, that's the only. I'm not a nut guy.
Strudel topping?
Yeah,
Little brown sugar, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
always.
Yeah. All right, good pick. All right, Mac, you got turkey and some corn.
Corn, loose corn. Shoot, I honestly like everything else that I eat on Thanksgiving has been taken. I don't know. I'm like literally Googling like Thanksgiving
I'm on that same
sides.
Google right now.
I'm upset for you that you're exhausted on picks at 12.
Yeah.
12
There's a few more.
I'm a very like plain person. Like I am very plain. But like I feel like Thanksgiving foods, it's like my main things have been taken. I'm gonna say chocolate chip pie.
What's
Okay.
that?
Never heard of that.
It's like literally just like a Toll House chocolate chip pie. It's very good.
What?
So like a cookie cake?
Yes.
Okay.
Sort of in a pie form.
I would like to draft cookie cake.
Okay.
I should have done that, but yeah.
Now I'm trying to decide between something I don't like but is a quintessential
This is your plate.
Thanksgiving. I know.
Yeah, I'm doing things I
There's
like.
something that hasn't been taken that's like a quintessential Thanksgiving item, but I don't like it.
Oh, I think I know what it might be.
Yeah. You do. You definitely do.
Do I?
I think you do. But I don't want it on my plate.
Oh.
I'm going to go with what I would want on my plate. Roasted Brussels sprouts.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, that was my next pick too.
Brussels sprouts got such a bad rap when we were kids.
They're so good.
Well, they've been genetically modified.
Have they gotten better?
Yes, they like the bitterness that used to be in it, that was genetically modified out.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
always assumed that it was just because people back in the 80s and 90s just boiled Brussels sprouts. They're like,
Yeah.
here's your Brussels sprouts. It's just been boiling.
Yeah, I mean the preparation has definitely improved too. Like,
Yeah.
but it was genetically modified to get rid of that.
Yeah, science.
Yeah, they crushed it.
All right, chaps, you were up.
Prosciutto wrapped asparagus.
Prosciutto wrapped. God damn, chaps.
Mm-hmm.
Was this French Thanksgiving?
Fancy.
Yeah, you're kind of going off the reservation here.
You could do that on Thanksgiving. That was the whole point.
Yeah, you can do whatever. That's very true. All right, I got stuffing, mac and cheese. I'm gonna go. Does gravy count?
That-
yeah, gravy
I think it
counts.
does.
Yeah.
I was
That's
act-
like the whole debate. There's like a whole clip of them doing this on a snake draft, and it was like, I think Carl picked gravy.
Yeah, gravy would count.
That's not a. That's a side.
I think gravy counts though, but because I'm making my plate.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
drafting my plate here.
Yeah.
So
it's
I've got
different.
2 next. 'Cause-
No, you have 1. This is gonna be my last pick. Everyone gets 4.
Okay.
Oh, well, I had 2 that I was just about to win. I don't. So which one do I go?
But you have to wait. It's a snake, so I go again,
Mm.
and then chaps. You have to wait for everybody to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought we were back to me.
No,
Okay.
So you got lost to the snake.
Yeah.
All right, my last pick. This is, I'm actually tempted to take the one that I think Mad Dog was going to take, but she doesn't actually like, which is green bean casserole.
Oh no, that's not what I was thinking.
I
No,
feel
that's
like
what I thought you were.
I love green bean casserole.
I hate green bean casserole with a passion.
I just nixed green bean casserole from the Thanksgiving menu.
Did you?
In theory, I like it.
Oh, from your personal,
Yeah.
your actual
In-
one.
Why'd you draft it?
No, I haven't taken my hand off the piece yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you're
Sorry,
undoing
Vols
this.
are playing. I'm not locked in, to be
So
honest.
green bean casserole. Let's have the conversation
Oh wait, you took it off this list or your actual Thanksgiving?
off my actual Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So you're still drafting it in this draft?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm just saying we should have the conversation because it's very polarizing.
Well, I think it depends on the green bean here is what's important.
Yeah.
If you're going with like frozen or canned green beans, it is absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
That's not the if you're doing fresh green beans where the green beans still have a little crunch, which
Yeah.
is what you need to do.
They get the flavor. Yeah.
Like that is appropriate.
Yep.
But I feel like on the Thanksgiving table, there should not be a single vegetable that originated in a can.
I agree. I think that the like wilty, brownish, grayish green beans that come from a can,
Yeah.
they ruin it. They
Yeah.
ruin it.
It's
So if
too
you can get
soft, too mushy. There's not enough texture differentiation.
if you get fresh green beans, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
But it is on a lot of menus, and I did eat it a lot growing up. So that's why I'm thinking, okay, maybe, but I'm not going to. For my final pick, I need a dessert on there. Pumpkin pie's off the board. We've got sweet potato casserole, which is kind of sweet, but that's not a dessert. That's off the board. Chocolate chip pie is off the board as well. I just had a new kind of pie last week. Really like it a lot.
Coconut cream.
Hoosier pie. You ever have Hoosier pie?
Yes.
Never heard of it.
It's like a sugar maple syrupy type
Mhm.
pie. It's just sweet. It just tastes sweet, but it tastes delicious. I've had it twice in the last week. It's so good. I think it's an Indiana pie. That's why they call it Hoosier pie.
Oh, check out.
It checks out. But Hoosier pie is legit. Full endorsement. But on Thanksgiving, I'm going to go with, you know what? I'll do pecan pie.
Okay.
Pecan pie, since sweet potatoes off the board.
I feel like with the pecan pie, automatically you also include an Irish cream coffee in that. I feel like it's a combo.
Yeah. Yep. That's a good call. Pecan pie, maybe, a scoop of ice cream, vanilla ice cream on there.
Mm-hmm.
I should have taken beer. I didn't take a beer. All right, Chaps, you're up.
All right. Now this one, because I already have a pretty solid plate, I feel like with beef tenderloin, scalloped potatoes, and asparagus, I can get through that meal. Just load me up over and over again with that. But because the star of the day is football, like we're going to be watching football all the time, my dessert is going to be, because I'm going to pair it with a drink. That's why I gave you the Irish coffee. Boiled peanuts and sweet tea.
Boiled
Wow.
peanuts and sweet tea.
Yeah, because I feel like after you're done eating, if you want a snack, you can eat boiled peanuts until Christ comes back, and you won't be full. Like you could just eat them all day and watch football, drink a little sweet tea. To me, that's the perfect end of a big meal like that.
It's a good pick. Some snacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of charcuterie that we probably. I love the snacking before the meal,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like as you're cooking.
peanuts another one because you're not going to get full off of them.
Yeah. But if you have too much of the bread and the cheese and the meat, yeah, you can.
Having a
Pigs in a
nice
blanket.
charcuterie spread is nice,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, Mad Dog.
Speaking of the snacks before the actual meal, I'm going with baked brie and puff pastry.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe a little apricot fig jam on that.
Would you happen to be drinking a chilled glass of white wine while you're eating?
You know what? I might, but honestly, on Thanksgiving, I tend to go for a red. I'm usually with my family who likes to buy nicer wine than I'm usually drinking. Maybe a nice glass of Camus.
Oh,
If things have gone well this year
yeah.
with the baked brie, I can get down.
Okay. That's a good pick.
Thank you.
Mac?
Can I do cheesy potatoes?
yeah.
Or is that too similar to the other potatoes?
Like a
that we
funeral
picked?
potato?
Yes, with like the
The
crisp
cornflakes on top?
Funeral potato.
Funeral potato, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a Midwest thing, right?
Yeah.
Is it actually served at funerals?
Yeah. Like a luncheon after a funeral?
I just learned about it like this year, but yeah.
I remember when my grandma Mimi passed away in North Carolina, going down for her funeral, and I have never seen as many casseroles in my entire life as I did on that afternoon. It was like every lady brought in a casserole to the basement of the Baptist church, and it was just casserole after casserole. All had like the same. They shared like 4 common ingredients, and then some had rice, some had beans, some had potatoes, and it was just casserole city.
Or a lasagna.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's a big one for
Yep.
dead relatives.
Yeah, because
It's the best thing about people dying.
the food.
The lasagna, yeah.
Yeah.
When I was like, when my grandpa,
Ziti.
when literally when my grandpa passed away, my cousins and I were like all pretty young, and like some of my younger cousins were like, we're having so much fun like at the wake, because like everybody was just like bringing us food and like treats and stuff, and like we were so young that we didn't like realize what was actually going on, but we were like, we're like eating so well right now.
But honestly, if you're a grandpa, that's the best compliment you can get from your grandkids. That
That's
they had
true.
fun at my funeral.
Yeah.
That is true.
Like,
yeah.
when I have grandkids, I wouldn't want them to be sad. I'd want to be happy.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it was
Good
very
point.
funny.
All right, Big T.
I'm still between 2, but I think the fact that this lasted to the last pick. I mean, show me cornbread.
Cornbread, good call.
Mm-hmm.
Good call.
Now, how do you like your cornbread? Just like the Jiffy box, or we doing something to it?
No, yeah, just straight. I don't put jalapenos in it. Don't do.
What about loose corn? From
No, thank
Mackenzie?
you. No, thank you. Just the cornbread, crispy.
Oh,
Butter.
see, my wife made this new thing like 2 weeks ago, and we've had it 3 times since because it was so good. I might get her to make it for your house too.
Yeah.
It's like this cornbread, but it's softer, and so she has the cornbread, and then adds like half of a can of cream corn, and then some other like a heavy cream where it's almost like really dense
Yeah.
instead of like fluffy cornbread.
Yeah.
It is so fucking good, man.
That sounds good to me. Fuck yeah.
She might make it.
Love a good cornbread. I love the idea of just a brick of cornbread too, like a heavy piece.
And
Almost like cake.
cornbread like that. I also love putting all of that shit into one bowl. And like that's how I want my Thanksgiving leftovers. I don't want partitions. I want you to put the cornbread down, mashed potatoes on top of that, some turkey on top of that, maybe some roasted Brussels sprouts, and then I'm going to mix it all up and throw it into the microwave and then hit it over the top with a little bit of warm gravy.
That's perfect. I made Thanksgiving soup last year. Afterwards.
Yeah.
The soup ended up pretty good. Pretty good. I forget what I used. I think I used like the cheese sauce from the mac and cheese combined with some sweet potatoes and turkey stock as like the roux.
Mm-hmm.
And then you slowly add the other ingredients into it. It was good. It was. I'm gonna do that again this year. But yeah, the leftover bites are. God damn, I love Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's my favorite holiday.
Oh, I bet it would be good. What do you think about taking all that stuff that I just mentioned, hitting it in like a food processor, forming balls, and then frying those balls?
Yes. Yeah.
Like what is that? Arancini? Like a Thanksgiving
Yeah.
arancini?
That
Yeah.
sounds so good.
Put some breadcrumbs on the outside
Yeah.
and drop it in.
Panko, yeah.
That sounds delicious, chaps. I mean, we could on Thanksgiving we could have fun with the fryer.
You have the fryer.
I got the fryer. We could drop a little bit of the mashed potatoes in there too. Make some like fried mashed potato balls.
Who's going to stop us?
Nobody.
Nobody's going to stop us.
We're grown-ups. We can
You
do all
only
this.
have that thing out a couple times a year. It's
Yep.
time.
That's a good point.
Dude, after we eat, like 2 hours after we eat, we need to do that.
Okay, just let's
Thanksgiving arancini.
Will it fry? Yeah.
Are you going to his house?
Yeah.
Chaps
Nice.
coming over. It's gonna be a fun time.
Kelsey's going to come too, my older kid.
Fun time.
Mhm.
I can't wait. Yeah. Chaps, I got a question for you though about Blake.
Okay.
Next time he gets a rat, how do I get him to drop the rabbit? Because in his brain, he was like, "This is what I've trained my entire life for. This is the best thing I've ever picked up in my mouth. I have wild game."
The best way to do it is pick him up by his collar. Like, so, all right. So if he's wearing the collar
Yeah.
and you put your hands underneath it and grab,
Yeah.
you want to pull up, like pull your wrist
Yeah.
in so it gets tighter, like right around his ears, and then pull up, because he's going to try to bring his body back down using oppositional reflex.
Yeah.
And so then whenever that's in there, it'll automatically cause his mouth to open too. Like,
Okay.
so it triggers like a puppy pressure point, essentially.
Okay. because he was just
Yeah, it's
so pumped to have this rabbit.
it happened with Gus too. Gus caught a rabbit in Texas, and he looked. I've never seen him look happier. His eyes were like, look how great of a job
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah,
And then he like spit it out. He was very sad that he didn't get to chase it again. But yeah, when they're very happy and their prey drive has gone into overdrive and they're not used to that, it's tough.
you can't. Yeah, it's impossible to like get their attention going in a different direction.
Speaking of dog shit, did you see that in Russia, the hockey team that brought out the working dog for the opening puck drop? Did you
Yes,
see
I did. Yeah, that was very funny.
I was like, what are you guys doing, man?
So the dog came out there, and the hockey players were wearing all their equipment,
Mhm.
which to a dog is indistinguishable from somebody that's wearing the giant padded suit that they use
Yes, it
to
looks
train them to
exactly
bite
like it.
and attack. And so then he grabbed the hockey player's glove. How'd they get the glove out of his mouth?
Probably the same way. I mean, with the trained dog, probably just out, like told him to.
Yeah. It was very funny, though, because the dog was just doing what the dog has been trained to do.
Yeah, and like even the way that the dog, like there's certain ways, like that's a Malinois in that video.
Yeah.
There's a certain way that they like move their little feet because they're getting excited because they're about to bite somebody.
Mhm.
Like when he walked him out, I was like, the dog's already doing the feet, and he's
He's
ready
telling
to
you.
go.
He's letting you know.
Somebody's getting bit
it's
right
go
now.
time. All right. Well, good Thanksgiving draft. Hope everybody enjoys their Thanksgiving out there. I know I'm very excited about it.
I have boiled peanuts if you want me to bring some.
Bring some boiled peanuts over. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get the games on. We'll snack on those. Maybe I'll get some sweet tea for us.
I went to 'cause
Anybody ever call you that, Big T? Sweet tea?
Not that I'm aware of.
That'd be a good nickname for you.
not even your fiance?
No.
No.
She's probably the only person left that calls me by my first name.
Yeah.
Only person left. It's becoming
One of very
extinct.
few, yeah.
Eric's-
Also, I don't like sweet tea.
Eric's making that's weird.
It's just I don't understand the appeal.
I don't like it when it's super sweet. Like that, like my grandma would do a full ass cup for a half gallon or a quart, whatever it is. I don't like that.
It's bad Kool-Aid.
Like Kool-Aid mixed with grass clippings.
Yeah, like if you're gonna drink, I'd rather just have a Coca-Cola.
That
if
might be
you're
your worst Southern take I've ever heard you have.
Yeah, sweet
Yeah,
tea.
I don't know,
Sweet
man.
A
tea's
guy who
the
grew
worst.
up in Georgia, went to school in Tennessee, doesn't like sweet tea.
Yeah,
Blasphemous.
not a
Yes.
fan.
But yeah, you said that no one's left that still calls you Connor. Eric's making a comeback around this office.
Really?
Yeah, well, it started with Jersey Jerry,
Yeah.
and he was the only one that did it. And then by osmosis, Big T, I think, caught it from Jersey Jerry.
No, I do it,
And Arian does it.
I do it because Arian does it.
Yep. And then Chaps does it too, which I'm fine with. But I think patient zero was Jersey Jerry.
Well, he does it unironically.
He does. Yeah, that's correct.
I've called you Eric for years.
For years. Yeah, yeah. But Jersey Jerry, like from day one, he was just like, Eric, come over here.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, Jerry. Yeah, whatever.
Gerald.
So Thanksgiving is a time of year to be with loved ones. It's also a great time of year to make friends with people for the first time that come over, and you get to have a meal with them, get to have a nice conversation with them. And I think nowhere else has this been embodied as much recently as our President Donald Trump and the mayor of New York City, Zohran
Seamless.
Mamdani, who paid a pre-Thanksgiving visit to the White House. Was that on Friday of last week, I believe?
Thursday or Friday.
Thursday or
Yeah,
Friday?
yeah.
He went down there. I think Donnie's in love.
That was one I Googled it so many times. Is this AI?
Yeah.
Like, because it was so unbelievably unrealistic off of everything. I didn't pay attention to any of like the conservative backlash. What there had to have been, right?
I think people were upset. Yeah.
Like the same people that were saying that like he was part of 9/11 and shit, like a 9/11 sympathizer, and now Trump's sucking him off and dressing like him.
I think they're saying I saw a couple different takes. Some was like, what is he doing? Why is he being nice to this guy? I saw some people saying this is how Trump operates. He's transactional. So if he likes you, then he doesn't really care about any of the stuff that you've done that you would think he would disagree with.
I mean, being like, oh, go ahead, say I'm a fascist. That's okay.
yeah, that was the
Same with
funniest part.
Yeah.
He kind of disarmed him though. He kind of he won that interaction.
The interviewer was like,
I don't think so because it made Mamdani be able to say yes without.
But everybody,
because if he
people
says
thought
yes,
it was funny,
right? But if he says yes in the Oval Office without Trump acting that way, I even feel like that's insane to do to the president of the United States in the Oval Office.
But
say,
that's
yes,
why
I think he's a fascist.
Trump understands like the theater. He's a showman.
Sure, but I don't feel like this goes along. I think it's a prime example of he likes the last thing that he heard.
yeah.
I think he respects strength.
I would agree with
Zohran went in there and kind of, talked to him like a man. And Trump was like, you know what? I respect this guy.
I also think Trump respects him because he took out Cuomo. And Trump hates Cuomo.
Even though he endorsed him.
Yeah. But that like old New York families like that.
Yeah.
They love to see the other guy get torn down.
Oh, yeah.
Like Trump, when he was growing up, the Cuomos, they ran the state, they ran the city. And Trump's like, yeah, this is awesome that this young guy just utterly embarrassed one of the Cuomos. So he was probably cool with him because of that. And then when they were talking to the reporters, not just the like, is he a fascist? Yeah, go ahead and say it. You can say it. It's easier if you say it.
Yeah.
I understand. There was that, and then there was also the person that was trying to do the gotcha question of like, why did you fly down here when it's better for the environment if you took a train or even drove? And then Trump's like, I'll handle this one. It's quite a bit faster to travel by plane. He's like, it's a lot of time in a car.
So it's a long drive.
It's a long drive. I'll handle that one. That's okay that you did that. And he's like, thank you, sir. It was crazy. I did not see them getting along that well, or at least I didn't see Trump getting along with Mamdani that well. I didn't think that Mamdani was going to go in there and like go guns blazing and just like torch him in front of the media or anything. I thought that the smartest thing that Mamdani did, I think, was to talk to Trump about how a lot of Trump voters also voted for him. To be like, hey, we have some people that are in common. They want to see improvement. They want to see money spent in the United States as opposed to funding wars overseas. I think that Trump was like, yeah, very good, very good. But again, that might be also a case of like Steve Miller probably got in his ear after Mamdani left and then told Trump all the things that he should hate about the mayor of New York. And now who knows how Trump thinks about Mamdani now. But
yeah,
I think Mamdani charmed him.
But I don't even think that was the biggest meeting in the Oval Office that week. I think it was with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia.
MBS.
That meeting was insane.
That was pretty wild.
Like sticking up for a guy who your intelligence in the time that he was in the Oval Office said killed an American journalist and being like, shit happens. And then selling him like after the CIA, the 9/11 report all implicate Saudi Arabia, be like, here's our best fighter jets we got.
Yeah, you want some F-35s?
Like, that shit's crazy.
Let me top you off with some F-35s.
Yeah.
MBS.
What does one of those go for?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Standalone is not really fair because of the amount of R&D that went into those two, like legit hundreds of billions of dollars.
Yeah. I don't know
what was it, F-35s?
I'm seeing it costs us $100 million to make one.
So it was the F-35. I want to say the B that we sold them. We make F-35s for ourselves, and then we sell them to our allies. And the ones that we sell don't have all the bells and whistles.
It looks like the F-35A is the cheapest to make at
Okay.
$82 million.
That's probably the one that we sold them then.
The B and C cost a little over 100.
And they bought 30, right? Something like that.
That sounds right.
So let's say we sold it to them for 100.
The F-35As don't have the power windows.
So that'd be $3 billion.
But that's not money that we inherit either. That's like American businesses, like the Lockheed Martins, Boeings, and everything. All of that money doesn't just go to us. It goes through the manufacturing who built it. We don't own any of that.
Right. So I know that in the Oval Office they said, Trump said that MBS is investing $700 billion in the United States. And then later on at that dinner, he said, he actually just told me it's going to be $1 trillion. So they topped off another $300 billion in the time of the meeting. Do you think that there's a chance that Trump just said $1 trillion?
Yeah, dude.
Certainly.
Like that's what he does with the tariff numbers.
And then what do you think MBS, what do you think his reaction was? Like, I guess I better pay another
I mean, you're already there.
$300 billion. I'm just going to smile and nod.
But once you're that's not an agreement. You know, Trump can say whatever he wants to. Just like when he's like, oh, we brought in 1.2 and tariffs, and like the that would be a third of our entire GDP for the year.
Yeah, he's the Trump is the term sheet king. So like if you get he's real big on making people sign term sheets, which is like a loose agreement to buy something.
Like the Colts with Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, like absolutely no teeth behind it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like I used to do that. I'll be honest. I was a term sheet guy when I was in sales, because it's like the more you can get somebody to like write their name down on something, the more likely it is that they end up spending that money with you.
I mean, that's what they do at car dealerships.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, if we can get it to this number, go ahead and initial. Sure, I'll initial that Post-it note that means absolutely fucking nothing.
Initial it so I can take it to my sales manager.
Yeah.
And we can give you the best price.
We're trying to do everything we got here.
Yeah. I'm in
we got to make, this is a business for us. We got to make money too.
I'm in the middle of buying a car. I love it. I love it so much. It's my
Another
favorite
one, huh?
It's my favorite process. Well, there was a little bit of there was a snafu with one of the cars in the software. So might be time to move on to something else. But I love the process, man. I love the process of shopping for a car.
God, dude, I fucking hate it. COVID was the best time. My daughter's car, I just found it online, and I was like, you guys bring it to me, and I'll have a check ready for you.
Yeah.
And I didn't even have to leave. They brought it, got out, sprayed their little air freshener in it. I got out, drove it for like 2 miles, came back, handed them the check, and they went on their way.
Yeah, they didn't have time to mess around. They couldn't have people in the dealership at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a fun If you don't have a car and you're buying a car, it sucks because they've got you by the balls, and they know that. And so you're like taking an Uber or a taxi to the dealership or whatever, getting dropped off by a friend. And then you, in the back of your mind, you're like, I really don't want to have to take a bus back or take a taxi back. Mm-hmm. So you're way more likely to buy a car. You feel like you kind of have to. But if you have a car that runs and it's just like time for an upgrade, or you're going to sell your old one, I love that process. You go in, especially if you get a salesperson that is like playing the game with you, and like you understand that they're negotiating, they understand you're negotiating. It's a fun little back and forth. I really enjoy it.
What are you looking at now?
Looking at a couple different things. I'm looking at potentially a Bronco. Looking at Honda Pilot is another one. I looked at a Land Rover Defender, which are cool cars, but they're like out of cars now. Land Rover had like a big production mishap. It had something to do with their software too, I think. But they just don't have cars right now. So they're getting like 3 cars over the next 2 months, which is kind of a bummer. But yeah, I love the process.
I would love to see you in one of those Toyotas that are like the Outback Toyota.
Which ones?
Like that they use in like the Outback.
Oh, like the Land Cruisers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the old school Land Cruiser.
Yeah.
Like I feel like with your mullet now, put a rugby sticker on the back, and you can have full out Australian stolen valor.
The ones that sit
incredible,
like 10 feet up in the air.
Yeah,
yeah. You've got like the intake that so you can drive through a river.
Yep.
That goes out of the hood.
You can throw a mattress up on the top.
Yeah, I would love to drive an old car from like the 1980s, but then I haven't had the best of luck with. I'm not a car guy. I don't know how to like maintain a car correctly.
Yeah, it feels like there's always a lot of tinkering with those.
I learned how to like replace the battery wires last year.
Mm-hmm.
That was about as handy as I can get. Like I had to cinch them and tie them together with electric tape, and then clamp them into the clamps, and then connect it to the battery. That's about as handy as I get.
But it's not as hard as I think it looks like. Like I didn't know shit about it. After my truck got stolen during COVID, I went out and bought like a old Dodge Ram because I wanted to make videos about how to improve it. I didn't know fucking anything about cars, and figuring out how to put in like a remote start and changing out like parts of like the water pump and the fuel injector, like changing all that stuff out. Once you start doing it, you realize it's not that complicated for older cars. Now, like with the electronic issues, now it's like almost impossible for a new car for you to figure anything out.
Yeah, it is.
Because everything's electronic.
It's electronic and everything's hidden too.
Yeah.
So you don't have access to anything.
Mm-hmm. And if you to repair anything, costs so much because they got to take up so much shit.
Yeah.
I have a electric car, like a hybrid electric car that will drive like 50 miles electric, and then it shifts over to gas after that's done. My car went to the shop no less than 10 times, and they were trying to figure it out. That we don't know what it is. And it was so bad that I'd be driving like 30 down the road and it would just stop. and like it would be grinding to a halt essentially. And the only thing that was wrong with it was the charging port was loose. So once, because I would get this alert up on my screen that said, is your car currently plugged in? And I'd be like, dude, I'm driving 55 down the highway. No, it's not.
Yeah, it's the software, I think, for the most part. Like the software it has to be perfect because it's a car that relies on all the different systems to run. And if there's anything that's slightly imperfect about the software, then it can just shut the entire car down. And then you have to like get it towed in, and they install an update, and it's it was easier when it was like, here's your engine, here's your carburetor, here's your cooling system.
Yeah, almost anytime something was wrong was a carbonator.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, what else we got in the news today? I think we're gonna invade Venezuela. Looks like something might be happening. Might be conducting strikes on Venezuela.
Yep.
We got B-52s that are like cruising the skies just north of there. Maduro has been a guy that has been targeted for the last like 20 years by various forms of our government, and now it seems like we're going to try to take him out in the hopes that then Cuba will fall. I don't really know what the end game is for taking out. Maduro's not a good guy, but the world has a lot of not good guys.
Probably also owe the military-industrial complex some money too.
It's about time for for that paycheck to come. It's just giving me like Iraq, the lead up.
I would say probably worse. Like, just because like you're targeting people in fishing boats that would have to refill 25, 30 times in order for them to even get to the coast of Florida. Like, with as much and how much drugs could they possibly have in there, and the ammunition that you're using costs so much money. Like, you're killing people extrajudiciously. You don't even know. Like, even Rand Paul was like 50% of the time that the Coast Guard interdicts people, there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
So now that they know for sure,
and
further away,
fentanyl
is not manufactured.
Doesn't
there.
come from Venezuela. It comes from China to Mexico to the U.S. But yeah, it just feels like this is the start of a very bad idea, a very, very bad idea. Because it's like we invaded Iraq, but also Venezuela is in our hemisphere. It's very close to us, and maybe this will be the time when we invade a country, topple a government, install a guy that we like, and then there won't be any strife afterwards. There won't be any civil wars, and there won't be millions of people that are refugees from Venezuela that flee across the entire continent and then end up causing a lot of unforeseen problems everywhere. Maybe this will be the time that it works, but it seems like that's what they're going for. Big T.
Yeah.
Tell me about this plot to blot out the sun.
Yeah, so there is a startup company called Stardust Solutions, and they have a plan to supposedly alleviate global warming by spraying some sort of reflective particles into the stratosphere that it says will help block the sun and therefore help global warming somehow.
So it's solar geoengineering is what they're calling it. Some people call it stratospheric aerosol injection. This is Mr. Burns.
Kind of, yeah.
Mr. Burns did this on The Simpsons.
They've raised a ton of money.
So how are they going to be allowed to like do this for the entire planet?
I have no idea.
It's just like bigger version of the cloud seeding.
Similar, I guess, but they're saying they can like block the sun.
You would need to spray a fuckload of aerosol, wouldn't you?
Yeah, they claim their particles are inert and safer than traditional sulfate aerosols.
So they're just going to fly planes around, gas the atmosphere, blot out the sun. What if they do too much?
Brother, I don't know.
This
I just send the links.
This seems like it would be a bad idea.
It certainly could be.
I'm going to go on record and say that this is a bad idea.
Disavow
this idea.
Wow.
Disavow this idea.
The Stardust CEO, Yanai Yedvab, was a nuclear physicist who was once deputy chief scientist at the Israeli Atomic Energy Commission.
See, I also just think that this is the most short-sighted thing. They're not going to get it right the first time they try it. You can't experiment on this. There's no unless they fly to Mars.
Build a
Whoopsie
fake
daisy, it's
sun.
dark all the time.
Yeah, whoops, my bad. Also, as somebody who lives in Chicago, maybe if it gets a little bit warmer in the summertime, for me personally, I'm okay with that in the wintertime. All the people that are buying real estate in cold climates, counting on global warming, they're going to be screwed. We got some breaking news.
What?
Shedeur Sanders is going to be the starting quarterback for the Browns.
Oh, wow.
Put your wrists up.
Put your wrists up. Get icy. And the Saints are trying out Justin Tucker. So that's good.
Is he not under investigation or something?
He served his 6-game suspension.
Oh, that's all it was.
Like,
So
if you're him, you just got to ride off into the sunset. You can't go to the Saints. Just be done.
It doesn't matter how good you are going to be at kicking from this point on. Like, everyone just knows you as the guy that got jacked off a bunch.
Right. Like, and you could just fade away. Like, I had forgotten that Justin Tucker existed until you just said that. Now
Yeah.
it's back. Why is he waiting this long in the season? Oh, because he was very inappropriate.
What's he gonna make for the last 6-7 games of the year?
I don't know, like
$100,000.
couple 100,000 maybe. I don't know. Let's see. What's Justin Tucker's career earnings?
Oh, it's a lot. I bet it's $55 million.
I bet he made 3 or 4 a year. I'm gonna say 42.
He has made.
I have it.
You have it?
51.
51 million.
Good guess.
Yeah, I mean, he was the best kicker maybe in the history of the game.
Yeah, for a long time.
And then in other NFL news that just broke, J.J. McCarthy is likely to not play in the Vikings' next game. He has been placed into concussion protocol.
I feel bad for that guy. He was put in a situation that he was not prepared for.
And you don't draft yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I say this all the time, especially in sports. Like, if you've got a relief pitcher that sucks and he keeps going out there and blowing saves, it's not that guy's fault.
Yeah.
He knows he sucks. You know he sucks. The manager knows he sucks. It's the manager that keeps putting him out there.
Right.
The saga behind J.J. McCarthy has been very strange for the last year. So he got the meniscus surgery, right? That was preseason of 2024. And then they were like, he's going to be out for the entire year. But I feel like with a meniscus, you could I guess it depends on what kind of meniscus tear he had. But then he was put out for the entire year. And then the Vikings were like, maybe we'll, you know what? We're going to not re-sign Sam Darnold. We're not going to re-sign Daniel Jones. We're going to kick the tires on Aaron Rodgers. But then also we're 100% committed to JJ. And then we're going to bring in some quarterbacks and then trade them in the offseason because we're also 100% committed to JJ. It just feels like a lot of very strange stuff has been going on around him.
Yeah, and you would think Kevin O'Connell would be better at quarterback evaluation since he's supposed to be this big quarterback guy.
Maybe he's not a great evaluator. Maybe he's just a good coach.
But if that was the case, like, you would think a guy with first-round pedigree that you could be able to coach him up. Like, if the things that he got out of Sam Darnold was way worse than JJ whenever he got there. Like, that's how everybody viewed him anyway.
Right, but maybe the Jets and the Giants weren't terrible at evaluating quarterbacks. They were just really bad at taking care of them once they got them.
That's very fair.
And so maybe Kevin O'Connell isn't a selector. He's just an improver.
Yeah.
But he hasn't done a very good job of improving JJ.
No, but maybe he's not able to. Like, all I've seen is people say the game's too fast for JJ.
Yeah. For 9, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
For 9? I love that he gave himself that nickname. Like when I put on this face paint, that's 9. That's coming out. That's not JJ.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. All right. Well, stay tuned for more about JJ. What else do we have in the news today, Big T?
Let's see. Zohran blocking the sun. Twitter, country of origin.
Yes. Yeah. The locations. That, I think a lot of people had a bad time this weekend.
Turns out they're just all not in the United States.
And the crazy part is, like, I have no idea how many of those are real screenshots and how many are fake. Because I'm sure that some people have faked them.
Did the one Arian sent, was that fake?
Which one was that?
Of you.
What did it say about me?
You don't read the text?
I might have missed that one.
It showed that your account originated in Israel,
That one is not true.
which I'm assuming is a joke about.
My account originated in Austin, Texas.
It does say based in United States.
Yeah.
But he must have done a great Photoshop on that.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I bet a lot of people have done Photoshops on. But yes, there are a lot of people out there, it turns out, that that comment on politics in the United States that live in like UAE, India, Bangladesh.
Bangladesh was
A lot
a
of
big player.
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh is, yeah, they're getting after it.
Bangladesh, sneaky huge population.
Yeah. What is it, like 300 million?
220, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people there because it's easy to make money. You
know what the highest population of any country in the world will be in 2050?
It's not India?
It's going to surpass India. Right now, it would pass India and China. China will be like number 5 by that time.
Indonesia?
No, close though. It is not really close. Nigeria.
Oh.
Nigeria has one of the youngest population. Their average person in Nigeria is 14.8 years old, whereas like Japan, the average person 65. The United States, the average person is like 48. So Nigeria's population is exploding, and it's younger and younger and younger.
Do they have the resources?
They're getting the resources. Their education system, them and Botswana have really put in a lot of work. As far like Botswana had huge diamond reserves that were found, gold that was found, and they've primarily put it back into their education system. So they are really revamping the roads. Like the guy there now is being called like the FDR of Botswana. Like he's putting in like road systems. He's doing more schools, like library systems. They're trying to have trains. Like that whole area of Africa is really exploding, and like the economies are blowing up, in part because they're able to get a lot of their product out more because China is so involved in building so many ports in Africa.
Yeah. And then they get to retain like partial ownership of those ports.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what? Yeah, the Belt and Road thing that they're doing. I did not know that about Nigeria, but I did see a lot of accounts that were allegedly founded in Nigeria. It's just so easy to make money stirring shit up in U.S. politics.
Yeah.
Like that guy, what's his name? Ian Miles Chong.
Yeah.
That guy, yeah. I don't think he's ever been to the United States.
His was in UAE, right?
His was in UAE, but he's like addicted to commenting on stuff that goes on.
Get
in
out
the
of
US.
my country. It's like, dude, you've never even been here.
Yeah. It's really strange. Very strange. But that's what happens when you like monetize interactions online. Is like you're going to get people that are pretending to be people that they're not.
The Republicans against Trump account was from Canada.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I thought it was Australia.
I think it was Canada.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
similar countries.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hack. It's just like pretend to weigh in on stuff and then get people pissed off online.
What do you think the motivation? Because Musk had to know that. Like the Twitter had to have known that.
Yeah.
Why would they do? That's what was confusing about, because he's on that side of politics. Like, why would they do that?
I don't know.
Wait, reveal?
Yeah.
You think it was disadvantageous for them to reveal it?
For the Musk and the conservative side, yes. Like that.
Oh, I don't think so.
I think that was primarily the accounts that were released was on the conservative side.
Some, but I think everyone wants to know, like, I think you should be able to filter by, like, I only want to see accounts from the United States.
I totally agree. I'm on board with them doing what they did. I'm surprised that they did it.
I don't think it was a particularly partisan thing. Like, I saw both.
Yeah, but I feel like there has been, like,
a lot
bigger,
of the
bigger accounts.
Not even inherently political, but I saw a lot of the, like, manliness, the wisdom
we
accounts
suck off the Tate brothers.
Yes, those were all over. But like, I think everyone, for the most part, is in agreement. Like, if you're talking about American politics and you're from Bangladesh, I don't give a shit what you think. And
I think you're right. Do they have that where you can?
I haven't seen it, but that
would
seems
be
like a
good
logical
right
next step from this.
Yeah, block everybody that doesn't originate from the United States.
Yeah.
Now, is this
You can do it on Etsy.
Is this being walked back? Because I saw that
they did it for like a minute, took it off, and then they put it back on, and it's been up for days, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think one of the bigger Photoshop one was the DHS, the Department of Homeland Security being from Israel.
Was that real?
No.
I don't think so. Like that, because that one, it popped up in 2008. Like that's when that account started.
I didn't think that it was real. But then I saw a lot of other people being like, "Oh my God, I swear this is real." I checked it and I saw it and I was like, it sounds like a joke.
I fucking hope not. Like, because that would be wild. Because that was in the Obama administration. 2008 was still, he didn't leave office until 2009.
Yeah.
Or no, he got in office in 2009.
Obama kind of made Twitter popular.
So that would be late Bush presidency, 2008.
The Homeland Security Twitter is based in the United States.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Because it was too much like on the nose of a joke. We're owned by the Israeli government. That'd be shocking if it was true. If the Twitter account was based,
if the Twitter account, that would be shocking. Yeah.
Yeah. J.J. McCarthy is in the concussion protocol per Kevin O'Connell. Reported symptoms on the flight home last night.
I feel like you got to do that to save face.
Yeah. That's a smart.
Coach, my bell got rung.
How many times?
Can somebody turn the light down? I'm a little sensitive to it for some reason.
Well, the crazy thing is, like, you could probably take any NFL player after any game, and he could probably find a symptom that was similar to a concussion.
Probably.
Right? Like, I don't want to look at these lights right now. I'm having a hard time focusing. I feel that way after podcasts sometimes.
The lights are bright on I know this is champagne problems, but people don't appreciate these are bright lights.
They really don't. Yeah.
And these aren't bad. It's in the cave when you watch a football game for 4 hours and those are beating on you. That's when it's real bad.
Yep. Do we have any voicemails today?
We do.
Let's check in on the people out there.
By the way, in the time we've been recording, Tennessee just played one of the greatest halves of basketball I've ever seen in my life.
Dominating Rutgers.
56-30 at the break. Jacoby Gillespie's going bananas.
The voicemails are going to be brought to you by Kraken. You know we love seeing how small moves can lead to big moments. Well, Kraken's taking it up a notch this November. They're giving away one full Bitcoin worth over $100,000 just for trading a single dollar. Every dollar you trade equals one entry. And yeah, you can rack up to 1 million entries if you're really about that life. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, whatever you're into, it all counts. Open the Kraken app, hit the rocket icon, go to offers, opt in, make your move before December 3rd. One person wins one Bitcoin, 5 get $10,000, 100 get $100. It's basically the crypto Powerball, minus the gas station stop. Open the Kraken app, hit the rocket, go to offers, tap opt in, and start trading. Easy. Not investment advice. Crypto trading involves risk of loss and is offered to U.S. customers, excluding New York and Maine, through Payward Interactive Incorporated. View legal disclosures at kraken.com/legal/disclosures.
What's up, Macrodosing? It's John from Massachusetts. I have a hypothetical for you guys. So if you include every species, there's an estimated 20 quadrillion ants in the world. And if they all came together with the common goal of overthrowing the U.S. government, do you think that they could? And if so, how far could they go from there? I definitely think yes, just because of the sheer numbers, the fact that they're trained in warfare, and how would we destroy them without destroying ourselves? Thank you, but
I'm pretty sure that was Billy's voice.
Yeah, that's a great question. How would we stop them? I think a really big magnifying glass.
Yeah, fire.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah, water. We just become aquatic. I think they could. I think they could do it.
What, ants?
Yeah.
No.
20 quadrillion?
Nah.
What if they like simultaneously crawled their way into the electrical grid?
I mean, we would just have to make like a 50-foot wall of fire around, and they're not getting through it.
But we wouldn't know what was happening until it was too late.
I feel like you can get fire pretty quick.
I think that if every ant, like in on the eastern seaboard, simultaneously decided to invade power plants and like just walk in, crawl into whatever giant transformers they have there, short circuit them, I think the ants could do it.
So I'm seeing.
Then we just have to burn down all of our infrastructure?
Yeah.
Then the ants are in charge.
No. I don't think so. I think we could fuck them up in a big way.
I'm seeing that a mountain of 20 quadrillion ants would be about 830 meters tall. So that's what, 2,500 feet probably?
Yeah.
And then 1.6 kilometers wide at the base. So a couple miles.
1.6 kilometers. No, that's about 1 mile.
Or kilometers shorter?
Yeah.
Okay, so a mile.
I'm not. I don't think that them all getting together and like forming one giant mass.
I mean, that would be terrifying. Just having 2,500 feet by a mile.
The World Trade
ants.
Center, 1,700 feet.
Yeah, it'd be terrifying. That'd be a terrifying pyramid of ants. Yes, I'll give you that. But I think they can be more strategic than that, and like invade our important buildings.
Are we? How smart are these ants? Like they're just regular ants, right?
They're ants, but they're working together. Like whatever instinct is in them that tells them we are enemy, attack enemy.
And when he says overthrow the U.S. government, you could cause a significant amount of damage. I don't know what you're installing once you.
How are they going to run it? Yeah.
Like you could, 20 quadrillion ants could probably overwhelm and kill a bunch of people.
Oh, for sure.
But I don't know what you're doing after that.
I think they're probably enacting massive subsidies for high fructose corn syrup.
I think the better question is how many people could 20 quadrillion ants kill?
Yeah, how many people are you running through before the last one stomped out?
And how do you, let's say they form a mountain like that, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't shoot it. That's not doing anything.
You can't shoot it. I think a more interesting, without weapons, how many humans would it take to beat that amount of ants?
A lot.
I feel like a lot.
2,500 feet tall. I mean, they could just cover like Manhattan.
But could you spray them with like ant
No
killer?
weapons.
Oh.
Well, we can have a spray.
No. Just
like
people.
An exterminator?
What if we trapped a shitload of spiders and then sent the spiders to take the ants out?
I don't know. We may have just found the worst way to die. 20 quadrillion ants.
I think you got to get some chameleons in there.
Oh yeah, some lizards.
Yeah, you throw some lizards down.
People would choke to death on ants. They would suffocate on ants.
I was in a fantasy book I was reading recently about spiders.
They teamed up?
Yeah, that somebody's like superpower was sending out spiders, where spiders go into every orifice in your body and you can feel them stinging like inside.
No.
All right, let's say hypothetically this giant pyramid of ants was in the middle of a highway and there were no cars on the road. You had your car and you were driving 100 miles an hour at the pyramid of ants. How far into the pyramid of ants would you get?
I think they would stop your car.
Like immediately?
Not immediately, but...
Do you think you would die in the wreck?
I mean, how deep is it?
It's 1.6 kilometers
but
wide,
the
right?
mass of that ants isn't going to be that heavy.
Right.
20 quadrillion?
Like, because you're not doing 20 quadrillion in a cube. Like, if you're doing it over the course of a period of time, I don't feel like they're dense enough to make you stop.
Yeah, how much would that pyramid weigh?
That's
I feel
what I'm trying to find out.
like a car, like a Bronco, could go infinitely through no matter how many ants there are.
Just driving straight through the ants?
Yeah, I think that wouldn't be an issue. Just because they
wouldn't
weigh that much.
If it's as tall as the World Trade Center and it's all ants, it does push down you with some force, but yeah, how much would that weigh? That's a big question.
So you need about 150,000 ants to get to a pound. So 20 quadrillion divided by 150,000 is 133 billion pounds.
That's pretty heavy.
Yeah, total though. Like, that's not in an individual spot.
Yeah.
Like, if it's that high, I feel like you can drive through it.
I think it'd be fun.
Oh, I would sign up in a second.
What if you just did like a belly flop into the pyramid?
Like, if you knew that it was going to be completely encapsulated, driving through a pyramid of ants would be all time.
I agree.
But so we're assuming you're going through the mile of ants?
Yeah.
There's no chance you get through that.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. 130 billion pounds of ants?
Yeah, I think you're cruising through it.
I don't think so.
I think you're.
And
going
by
through
the way,
no
that's
problem.
that's 1.6 mile or a mile, 1.6 kilometers. If you had it that tall, let's take it down to the height of your car.
I feel like that's even easier. No. I think the height would add poundage on top. But if you're going as far as you possibly can into just ants, I feel like you're going a long way.
This is an
Cybertruck?
inconceivable number of
Ask
ants.
ChatGPT.
Driving,
That's what I did.
Can you
About the driving through it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
could you drive a Cybertruck through the giant pyramid of ants? And if not, then what good is that car?
This is what ChatGPT should be used for.
I agree.
Not cheating on some law test.
Could I drive a Cybertruck through the giant pyramid of ants, or would they stop me? It's thinking. Short answer, you could probably drive a Cybertruck through a giant mountain of ants.
Yeah.
They would not stop you physically, but let's break it down realistically and safely. Tesla Cybertruck weighs about 600 to 800 pounds.
It's amazing that it can give you an answer like about something like that.
And it's probably wrong, but that's fine.
Even if you imagine them all packed together, they can flow around objects. They do not interlock like rocks. They cannot create a solid barrier. Even ant bridges, extremely strong for their size, collapse instantly under large loads. So chat's telling me that it thinks you could drive through.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What song would you want to be playing on the radio as you drove through the giant ant pyramid?
Ants marching, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one. Yeah, I was going to say Allman Brothers.
Bounce.
Boom, boom, boom.
Fortunate Son.
Wakes- Oh, Fortunate Son would be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ramblin' Man would be good. Okay, that's a good question though. I stand by the fact that I think that they could overthrow temporarily. They'd overthrow the government kind of like the government was overthrown in Live Free or Die Hard,
Not familiar.
where the grid goes down. Hackers take down the grid. I think they could do that. They could
Yeah, they can cause structural damage for sure.
widespread chaos.
Mhm.
But once you give the ants the levers of power, I don't think they'd be able to use them correctly.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know if ants could, they wouldn't have the teamwork necessary to drive our machines of war or fly.
God, I would love to give that a try.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too.
What do you think that as you progress bigger and bigger into insects, I don't think you could do it the same size of grasshoppers.
No. Grasshoppers you can feel a grasshopper
Mhm.
on your hand.
Crickets, no. Roaches, no.
Oh God, no! Roaches could actually overthrow the government
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
install a new
Because
one.
then you got to really fuck them up for them to die.
Butterflies, yes, you would fuck up the pyramid of butterflies.
Oh, without a doubt.
I got tariffed the other day. Did I tell you guys about this?
Mm-mm.
So went through the kids museum, was with Beeve and Kate and the kids. We walked through the kids museum and they've got a butterfly exhibit there. In the butterfly exhibit, we're walking through and I'm talking to the person that's like overseeing the butterfly house, and I'm like, this is a lot of butterflies. How many do you think are in here at once? And the person tried to estimate. They're like, I think it's probably like a couple thousand, but it's about half the size that it used to be, because of the tariffs. And I had no idea that I was going to get the tariff excuse.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that.
At the butterfly sanctuary, but apparently they're slapping tariffs on butterflies now.
Where are you importing butterflies from?
I don't know. It honestly opened up a lot of questions that I did not expect to be pondering.
Well, the
And-
Monarch Trail starts in Canada
yeah, but
and goes all the way through San Antonio and into Mexico.
right. We've got a ton of butterflies here in the United States. The tiger swallowtail, I think that's my favorite. But yeah, the monarch is nice.
Yeah, the Monarch's that's the crown jewel.
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't think I was going to get tariffed there,
No.
but you live and you learn. We have any more voicemails?
Hey, Macrodosing, how are y'all? This is Mark from Houston, Texas. I had a question for the baseball nerds, the baseball fans. So, I've been watching football since I'm 31 now. I've been watching football since I was in 6th, 7th grade. I can talk it.
Wait, can you pause it real quick? So we had a sitting congressman on the show last Wednesday, Pat Ryan from New York, and Big T hit him with the 6-7 hands in the middle of him talking.
Yeah.
Well, he did. He said
He's-
6-7.
he said
If
that.
you're
And then he was like, "Are you guys? Is this not? Are you guys not following what I'm saying?" Like he was confused.
he thought we couldn't hear him.
Yeah, And
He's got to know that.
You got to know that.
You
I was
got to
like,
know.
no, it was just 6'7", brother. He was like, oh, yeah, my kid.
Also, before we get to the rest of this voicemail, Chaps, what do you think about his idea that he kind of soft launched us on a giant idea?
We all kind of shit on him.
We all kind of shit on him for various reasons. But his idea was compulsory service to the United States after graduating from high school for, what do you say, like 1 to 2 years?
I think he said a year.
A year? Not necessarily in the military. It could be teaching. It could be building houses. But service to the United States that is mandatory 1 year after graduating high school. He's considering pitching a program like that.
I am 1,000% in on that.
1,000% in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think that it creates a buy-in to the country. Like I feel like whenever you have some kind of service aligned, like that you are, I don't want to say more invested, but you're more invested in what happens there. Like for instance, how I feel about the military. I don't think I would feel as strongly about certain things if I didn't have that experience. And two, I think that it builds responsibility. It gives you a job that you're not responsible to your parents for. Like it has, like if you grew up an affluent kid, all of a sudden you're working in situations, it builds empathy. Like you see people from all varying types of backgrounds that you normally wouldn't. Like the amount of different types of people that I met while I was in the military hasn't been close, no matter what other industry I'm involved in. So if you have somebody that grew up with a family that makes $300,000 a year, or you have a family that only had $25,000, $30,000 a year, you are learning and working alongside those same type of people in the same entry level where you are really have an equal playing field. Like I feel like that's one of the beauties of the military is that you start, you're an E1. Like whenever you start, you're an E1 across the board, no matter where your family's station was or anything like that. You have that entry level of work ethic. And I do feel like it improves your work ethic too, whenever you have a job that you are reliable for. Now, the only thing that really keeps you going military that way is the Uniform Code of Military Justice. You're probably not going to have that same thing if you're working in a municipality.
Municipality.
Yeah, like if you're working in that area, you're probably not doing the same level there, but I feel like it is good. And I think it should be student loans, things like that. Like you have more skin in the game. Like you think about all the people that you know that are homeowners that are 40 years and younger. Most people aren't because they can't afford it. I would venture to say most of the people that we know that are under 40 that have homes have some type of military connection, like unless they're making really good money. I bought my first home, I was 25 years old. That is unheard of if you're not in the military because you get the GI Bill. Like if you have those types of incentives for everyone, one, you make buying a home much more realistic and affordable. If I was the military now, that would be my primary. No one in your neighborhood, none of your friends own a home, but you can at the end of your service.
Yeah. I think that you make a lot of good points, and I don't disagree with a lot of them, that like you get more buy-in to your community. It's valuable. It's a good thing to do, and it gives you a good perspective on the world that you would not get if you hadn't done that. We also told him, like, I don't think that this is, like, it's not necessarily the time to try to pitch that, because I feel like most people growing up don't feel the need to give back to their country right now if they're going into a job market that's not great, into a future that's financially uncertain, and you don't have a lot of opportunity in a lot of places. Telling them, okay, now you also have to work for us for a year would be a tough sell right now.
No, but I think that could be how there is, like, you bring people, because when I was in the military, nobody talked about politics.
Yeah.
Like there was like every now and then, I didn't know a vast majority of the people that I work with were Democrats, Republicans. It didn't matter. You had like a joint job that you have to do. So I feel like bringing people together in that way is very beneficial for folks. But another point, like as far as service goes, I feel like the thank you for your service culture is dying within the next 2 years. I think it'll be completely dead.
What do you mean?
And I feel like now, think about even conservative communities like Charlotte. I feel like ICE is going to destroy every single piece of goodwill that there is for anybody in camouflage, because they're going to see like this, like my kid's age, for example, in middle school, They don't know what 9/11 was like. They don't know what any of that shit was like.
Mm-hmm.
The only people that they're going to see in uniform is going to be people in guns and masks outside their schools.
Yeah.
I feel like that is going to do big time damage for people that wear camouflage for a living, whether that's military, police, ICE agents, customs, TSA, whoever. I feel like it's going to be a bad thing for that.
Did you hear about the Black Hawk raid?
Yeah.
Or no, maybe it was Apache helicopters.
It was a Black Hawk.
Black Hawk in Chicago.
Yeah, and they went down and zip tied kids. There was like kids that were naked. They were zip tied together, and they didn't have a single charge.
Yeah, then they just didn't press any charges at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That
I mean, it's happened over and over and over again.
In a neighborhood, a Black Hawk helicopter lowered in next to it. It was a house or an apartment.
It was
building.
an apartment complex.
And then people got out, ran in, zip tied people, and then nobody got like actual charges.
Yeah, tasing dads with babies in their arms and shit. It's insane.
It's wild. Like a fucking Black Hawk helicopter. Crazy shit. I think that it's a tough sell right now. It would be a tough sell to kids coming out of high school. They don't know if they're going to have jobs when they graduate. They don't know. Like, they've been told AI is probably going to screw up the entire job market over the next 20 years. And then I think it could be worth it if you incentivize it correctly. If you do things like, a GI Bill for it.
That's the only way I think it makes sense is if you. One, I think that's the purpose of the government. Like, the purpose of taxes, is to improve your life. Like, the government should be about improving its citizens' lives. And if you could work for the government, improve people's lives around you, and get something for yourself, like healthcare, like college education. There's so many different things. Like here in Chicago, I pay infinitely so much more money on taxes, but we get stuff. Like, the park system is great. Like, the school system is so good of where I live. Like, 90% of the taxes of where I live goes to the education of the kids.
Yeah.
And that elevates everything around you. Like, there's so many things that the government should be doing. And I feel like if you have more people that are in those positions that are making what is realistically going to be in like entry level wages, but I do feel like it could make your society a lot better. And think about the countries that do it. Like, Norway does it, Sweden does it, South Korea does it, Japan does it. There's a lot of countries that have a lot of good things, especially socialized medicine, that are doing compulsory service.
If you look at it like a New Deal,
yes,
I could see it being a good thing. But I think he's still in like the very early stages of it.
No, Seth Mullen is another big advocate for that too. I think he's from Massachusetts. Yeah, I'm not against it by any means.
All right, let's jump back to this guy's voicemail.
I can rattle off what players wouldn't make sense on certain teams, et cetera, et cetera. I'm a huge fan. And recently, whenever Aaron decided to get into baseball, I was like, you know what, let me give it a shot, So I started watching it. I don't have a team right now, the World Series was great, but how should I handle talking about baseball casually with, like, my friend group? I can either be quiet and hear them listen, or, like, should I not say anything and just let them talk it out, Like, what are some things I should know as an early beginner fan, But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. I appreciate it, love the show, and been listening since day one. And have a great day. Thank you.
I forgot we were in the middle of a voicemail.
Yeah,
I did too.
For the baseball nerds.
Can I answer this one?
Yeah.
I feel like when I went, the All Blacks helped me with perspective here.
Okay.
I didn't know dick about rugby. And I think typically you go in, you'll be like, oh, well, let me learn some things and act like I know a little bit. I went with a guy who knows a bunch about rugby. He's played like his whole life, watches it every weekend. And I just fired off questions. And he was more than happy to answer. I feel like a lot of times we get too nervous to say that we don't know something about sports.
Yeah.
Like to be like, cover two. Yeah, dude, I totally know that they were running cover two.
You don't want to be casual.
And instead now, where I probably would have done that growing up, it'd be like, Aaron, can you explain what they mean here by cover two?
Yeah.
I feel like if you ask people, that garners more respect than acting like you know something that you clearly don't.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. Big T, you have any advice?
Yeah, I like that. I mean, do whatever you want. If you know enough to talk to people about baseball, do it. If you don't, no, you don't have to.
Would you recommend getting heavy into a video game?
Oh.
I do love playing MLB The Show. I think it gives you a good historical sense of the game as well, because most of the cards are like former players.
Mhm.
Video games is how I learned New York City. Spider-Man. I just started at Madison Square Garden and walked around.
Nice.
It worked.
I feel like video games, the more realistic they become, the more they can actually be used for things that they're not necessarily intended for, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like getting to know a city.
Like me
Grand
and Donnie want to do it for like locating different spots.
Grand Theft Auto is going to have like an entire world. The new Grand Theft Auto, they're just doing like a second life.
Well, that game doesn't exist.
They're writing code for the entire world, and then you're going to be able to do GTA quests in it.
It's not real.
It's going to have like a golf game inside of it. It's going to have a flight simulator inside of it.
There's no way they make enough money to make that money back, right? Where how long it's been being developed and the amount of people working on it, there's no way they make that much money back.
But now it's so hyped, like, I don't know.
Do you think it's too hyped now?
Yeah. I mean, it's been how many years?
And didn't they just push it back to like mid 2026 or
Late,
something?
I think it like next November.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm convinced it's just not even real. I'm not a Grand Theft Auto guy, but.
All right, good question. We have one more.
What's up, Macro Crew? This is Noah from Northern Virginia. PFT, shout out to 703. I got a quick hypothetical for y'all, mostly for PFT and Big T as the big ball watchers, but for all of y'all as well. If you had the option, or somebody told you that you could only watch your team and no other games in a particular league, or you could watch the entire league but not your team's games for the rest of your life, which one would you choose? So Big T, for example, somebody told you you could only watch Tennessee games for the rest of your life and no other college football games, or you have access to all of college football except for any Tennessee games for the rest of your life. Which one would you choose? Personally, I went to the University of Virginia, a Go Hoos, big UVA fan, so for football, I would definitely choose all of college football over watching Virginia games for the rest of my life. And for basketball, I'd go the opposite. I'd go Virginia basketball over the rest of college basketball. So Big T, curious to hear your thoughts on Tennessee and the Braves, of course, and then PFT for the Commanders and your other DC sports in JMU, which you would choose if you choose your loyalty to your program or your team, or if you're a bigger fan of the league as a whole. Shut up and listen. Appreciate you guys. Stay handsome, stay beautiful. Peace.
This is the easiest question of all time. I don't give a shit about anybody else.
All Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'm going all Jags too.
Like, honestly, the NFL is the only one where I would even consider it, because I don't even really care about the Falcons anymore. But like, I don't really care about the rest of the NFL either. I care about the rest of college football and basketball to the extent that it relates to Tennessee. Like, if I never got to watch another, Georgia Alabama football game, I'd be just fine.
And baseball, you're watching everybody anyway.
Like, yeah, baseball, it's not even a question.
You see every team come through Atlanta.
Yeah. I would go all of college football over JMU, because if you're watching you're not watching the best teams play.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a little more sense. And Virginia, same thing. Like,
yeah, I would want to see the big dogs playing. And then in the NFL, I would watch Commanders games. I would take that. NHL, Caps games, because I basically only watched Caps games until the playoffs. So that really wouldn't be too much of a change. And then basketball, easy. The NBA at large over the Wizards.
Oh, yeah.
I don't watch Wizards games.
Right.
I haven't watched Wizards games in like 10 years, and it's a great choice that I made. So that changes nothing for the Wiz. And Nats, I would watch the Nats, because then you get to see every other team come through. Although these playoffs were pretty awesome.
Now, what team, if you could only watch one team across all sports, or you could watch every single sport, or just one team? I think I would pick the Jags over, and I could never watch any other sport.
I would do the same for the Commanders.
That's actually tough.
Get to see the NFC East.
Yeah. The only other one that I think would be worthwhile, and it would have been my answer if I was still a big baseball guy was baseball, just because you're going to have 162
Yeah.
nights that you can watch.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, the answer has to be Tennessee football, but that's 12 games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Braves, you get 162
right. And that takes up all the way from
every
fucking
night from April to October.
November. Yeah.
I mean, it has to be Tennessee football still. Like, man, I don't know. That's a better question.
I think I'd take the Jags and don't watch anything else.
But man, those 12 games, you'd be so amped.
Oh my god,
All in.
you'd be tailgating for
I
like
mean,
a week.
New
Yeah.
Mexico State would be one of the biggest days of
Let's
the year.
fucking go,
Yeah.
baby.
Mhm.
But that would make that win even more
Yeah.
fun. You know, like
Yes.
you're stomping somebody to 73. You're like,
Yeah.
what a fucking day, baby.
Every play means so much.
Yeah.
You'd rewatch every game.
I mean, last week when we played New Mexico State, I was like, I didn't even have sound on the game. Like, it was.
Yeah. It's a good question though.
But I feel like you got to go baseball if you're like anywhere close there. If they're close for you, I think you got to go.
Yes,
baseball.
just based on that's going to get you through a summer.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it. To
If
get
you're a
through,
big
yeah.
NBA head, I could see you going basketball too,
Yeah.
just because there's so many hockey. I guess football really is the worst answer of all of those.
Right.
Like the other major sports, even if your major sport is like the Premier League.
Especially if you start to focus in on how much actual game time you get to watch.
Yeah.
11 minutes per game or whatever.
Yeah.
Premier League
Yeah.
soccer might actually be the correct answer to
Play
that.
a lot of games. Yeah.
Because you have 2 games a week for virtually the entire year. I mean, they never stop playing.
Yeah, because then you're talking about the different cup teams that you would be
Yeah.
able to watch,
Mhm.
like Champions League, UEFA, like all those.
I mean, they play August to May, sometimes into June.
yeah,
All right, that's a good question.
that's fun. Yeah.
Good question. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your turkey. Enjoy everything about it. Love you guys.